What's up, ladies and gents? This is K-Sig Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're turning in our second Elder Cipher, and we're surprisingly going to pick up the Queenbreakers Bow. So I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of an exotic review of this. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got daily Destiny content going on, and every once in a while we switch it up with some different game. Now, interestingly, I was planning on picking up the Drake's Promise from the beginning. That gun was going to be my first exotic from the Elder Ciphers, and now it's the last one that I need to get. How odd. So as you can see, I've fully leveled up my Queenbreakers Bow, and it's a fusion rifle, but wow, that's got really low impact for a fusion rifle, but a ton of range. That's because, just like the Lord of Wolves isn't really like a shotgun, it's kind of a pulse rifle shotgun mix. This is a fusion rifle sniper rifle mix. So these are pretty much the stats as it would come just normally, and I like to go ahead and pick Send It for the bottom perk. I think that's probably the best. It has flared magwell, but it already reloads really fast as it's a fusion rifle anyway. Also, the other big thing about this gun is you can pick between marksman sights and combat sights. Now with the combat sights you get a faster charge rate, but it lowers down your impact. Now I've tried both of these sights out in the game, and I decided that I kind of like combat sights a little bit better. It fits my playstyle more. I'm really not much of a sniper. I think pro snipers are going to enjoy the marksman sights because, well, it's giving you extra impact, which means more damage. But for me, it's difficult to line up my shots, and the enemies are moving around, plus you have to charge up the gun. And you also have to wait for the bullet to travel from the barrel of your gun all the way to the enemies. It doesn't hit scan them like other guns, so it takes just a little bit getting used to. So I'm going ahead and running around in PvE. This is before the gun was fully leveled up, but I just wanted to show that even without it being fully leveled up, you can go ahead and get some of that extra accuracy on the gun and take care of enemies all the way across the map like this. Now that guy got a headshot from way over here on Venus, and you know how far this is because you farmed the wolves over here. And then I did something really goofy. I decided to take it into Mars on Brachus's battle because, well, there was a bounty for it, and I decided why not. But could there be any worse enemies to face than the Cabal? Pretty much, I don't think so. So this is actually on marksman sight, and you can tell the difference between the two sights because I'm actually shooting out of the right-hand scope. Whenever you're on the combat sight, you're going to shoot out the left-hand scope, and you'll see that in just a bit. But that's an easy way to tell whenever you're watching a video as to what sights the user might prefer. If you're shooting out the right-hand side like this, you can go ahead and see the charge rate looping up around the side of the screen, and I was pointing at the screen as I was doing that. You couldn't see that because I'm not on webcam right now. But yes, this is the marksman sight in PvE, and I did level 30 just to go ahead and see how it went. Wasn't the greatest idea. Now in PvP, things are just a little bit different. It's obviously extremely powerful, and like most sniper rifles, you pretty much one-shot things whenever you shoot it in the head. If they've got a little bit of their health gone already from some other damage, you're going to go ahead and take care of them in one shot as well. Now this guy was hiding in a Titan bubble, and I'm just patiently waiting. And is he going to come out? Look at me loading up that charge rate, and boom, he did, and he got shot. And you can actually see there, I'm now aiming out of the left-hand scope because I'm using combat sights again. I honestly don't think you're going to have to worry about the range on the scope in the Crucible because the maps are pretty close together, and you're dealing a lot of damage anyway. Now this is in regular Crucible, and something might change if you're doing something like Trials of Osiris or Iron Banner. But right here in regular Crucible, I was doing, I think, 152 on a body shot, so yeah, that's pretty good. And as you see right there, it's 228 on a headshot, which is going to kill the enemies in one shot. And remember that this gun is a fusion rifle first and foremost, so you have to deal with that charge rate, especially when you're going around corners. It helps to kind of prime it just a bit. And this has absolutely nothing to do with the Queenbreakers Bow, but this guy was in his bubble, and he was in a menu. And you kind of deserve to die whenever you do that. You're not automatically safe when you're in a bubble, and that's really kind of a silly thing to do, period. But I see it all the time. So what I am is really curious to ask you guys what you think about this weapon. What sights would you use? Have you used it yet? Do you like the marksman, or do you like the combat sights? Again, for me, that charge rate is really big, but I haven't played with it enough to find out if I was really putting myself at a disadvantage by not having that extra impact. Now, in PvP, again, everything dies so quickly, so I'm not sure if the impact is ever going to matter, or if that charge rate is going to be much more beneficial. Again, you kind of have to lead those enemies because the bullet has to take time to go from your gun to the enemy. And sure, that sounds like a no-duh moment, but you're really not having that happen with a lot of your guns in the game, and certainly not on other sniper rifles. So it's going to take just a little bit getting used to, and we got the nice nail in the coffin there with the Queenbreakers Bow. Even though I died, I think that's a pretty fitting way to end it. I think that this gun is going to have a little bit more place in PvP than PvE, but that's because Yellowhorn always rules PvE. So anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button, subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content, check out these awesome videos, good luck with your raids, your drops, your House of Wolves, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Queenbreakers Bow.